Alrighty, folks, welcome to another episode of the March for Life Wrestling Podcast. My name is Jeff Bailey.
Jerry Jones, what is up?
What is going on, my man? It's been a Friday night. Rampage was mediumly well. But before we talk about it, let's V trigger the subscribe button. Drop the top rope elbow on the old likes. Hit that bell for notifications and leave some commentos. Come on, guys.
Talk to us, will you? Hit us on the
dare
you. Twitters. On the Twitters.
I dare you, brother. I dare you to leave me a DM. I'm talking about wrestling, man. I dare you, internet. Anyways.
Woo!
Drop a little promo there. All right. But we get into some Rampage, man. And they are ready to go into the action.
I mean, Jerry. Just right away.
No intros tonight.
No intros. We ain't got no time for those stinking intros.
I had to say yes, you do. I think we'll discuss that a little bit later here. But there's all sorts of stuff to talk about. But we start with Darby and Marquand in the ring. What do you think of this matchup, my man?
I love this match.
It's pretty fun.
Yes. Oh, man.
Moving around. There's some energy. My favorite spot of the match goes to the ab stretch, though. And Bryce being a good referee and catching him every time he tried to cheat.
Yeah.
That was pretty great.
Yeah.
I like it. That's some good classic stuff. I enjoy that. So then they had that big 450.
The big 450 that
was awesome.
That no one seemed to be impressed with. Is like,
this crowd is dead. It's the same dead crowd. Look at you, Fort Myers.
Yeah.
You've been seen.
But yeah, that was a great spot, man. There was great energy.
Well, it's like what is going to get you guys excited? All right, we know what's going to get you excited.
Yeah.
The AFO comes out.
Oh yeah.
After Darby dispatches Marquand, right? I did get that right?
Now, can we talk about the AF, because that was Paige out there with them, right? Paige Van Zandt?
No, that was the bunny.
Oh, that was the bunny. Oh. I must have been on crack. So okay. So I was like, who's that hot blonde? I don't know why.
That's the bunny.
Register. Yeah.
She's part of she's the package deal with the Blade, the Butcher, and the bunny,
Yeah. Yeah, the Killer Bees. Yeah, that was a good setup. And the crowd got excited. Well, they were dead. They were dead until the music came on.
Then the Hardy Boys return.
Yeah.
In full Hardy Boy regalia. Matt has burned the suits.
Now I
found the tight shirts and enormous pants collection.
Oh man,
and back on.
That shirt was really tight on Matt.
And we know that Jeff has an endless collection of fishnet shirts, so he's set.
Does Jeff Hardy own any shirts that aren't fishnet shirts?
No.
I don't think he does.
No, I think he does, but they're very few, Jerry.
I mean,
we're talking like what he wears to church on Easter.
Wait, hold on. Is Jeff going to church on Easter? I'm pretty sure Matt does.
They're pretty good boys now. I think.
I'll give the Hardy Boys some
credit. They got nice. They have really nice homes.
Yeah,
they have their setup in their community.
Yeah,
they have nice homes. They're forever homes in their communities. So I mean, they're set. Yeah. This is for them. I'm happy for them because they are now just having pure fun.
Yeah.
And I think that that's probably going to get from an incredibly creative person like Jeff. Mm-hmm. I think that garners great things. And then from a very technical, gifted matchmaker like Matt, I think that's I think you're going to get nothing but really, really good stuff out of this.
I'm glad for them to be together. And you know what I was thinking when they came out? The person I was thinking of was Lita.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, if Lita's thinking, damn, maybe I should have just
you want to go, you want to run, Lita.
Yeah.
Why not come here?
Why not come? Why not come?
Thunder Rosa is waiting for you.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And hopefully she'll have a championship after Wednesday.
Yes. I feel pretty confident that
we're looking at St. Patrick's Day Slam.
Mm-hmm.
DMD versus Thunder Rosa. Awesome.
Yeah.
Scorpio Sky, Wardlow.
Oof.
And that giant 6-man.
That 6-man's going to be pretty interesting, man.
There's some interesting dynamics. The Bucks and the Dark Order kind of being oddly.
Yeah.
I don't want to say like shunted from this match.
Yeah, they're kind of on the sidelines.
Awkwardly.
Very quite awkwardly. And there's going to be some interesting dynamics, but what I love is like it's the champs, right? For the men's division, it's the champs.
Oh yeah,
going up against. So Cole and Red Dragon. What's their clique? What are they? Are they kind of the?
They've kind of been. I kind of called the Undisputed Originals.
Yeah. Okay.
Which sounds like that'll have traction. I think you can get away with that.
Yeah, I think you can get away with that.
I think they've kind of hinted at that. The big thing is what happens when Kenny comes back. Because does that fracture the elite? Is the elite really all together? How many members are really in the elite?
Right.
In theory, the Good Brothers are in the elite. In theory, a lot of things are
right. They're also in the Bullet Club, right?
Correct. And all of these guys are in the Bullet Club,
right?
Your Bullet Club count is from AEW's Kenny Omega, Hangman.
Yeah.
The Young Bucks, Adam Cole, Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
He's doing whatever. If he's going to wrestle Seth Rollins at WrestleMania or not, whatever.
Right.
But that's all up in grabs. But man, that's that arc. The Bullet Club arc could run through all three companies and culminate in a massive super card that would be, beyond amazing. What if you, between New Japan, Impact, AEW, literally had almost every title defended?
Yeah.
In some way, in a match that involved a part of it, a guy from the Bullet Club. How big that event would be.
I feel. Don't you feel like something could happen this year, or sometime in 2023?
Guess what? They were advertising the Forum show. Buy tickets, get tickets. No, it's sold out in 6 minutes, bro.
Sold out.
You don't think the West Coast is hungry for some sort of major event?
That
do a big one. Let's do a big one, and let's do the Staples Center.
Right. For those of you who aren't familiar with how big the Staples Center is, it's where the Los Angeles Lakers during their Showtime era.
Right.
That's where they play.
The Party Time era.
Yeah.
What's the new HBO show?
Oh yeah. I want to watch that.
I think it'll be awesome.
But
MK is awesome.
I saw that the last big wrestling show there was back in the 90s with WCW, where we had like 16,000 people. But the stadium's been kind of reconfigured a little bit.
Well, Staples is when they built the Staples, they built it to be so much bigger.
Yeah.
It's 25,000.
Yeah.
I think.
But like 11,000 people, 11,000 seats being sold out in 6 minutes for a wrestling show. That is amazing. Yeah. For not a pay-per-view. It's just the weekly show.
I mean,
boom, 6 minutes gone.
Even when that arena that they had this last Dynamite in Fort Myers, it was not big.
No.
Small. But I mean, you heard how hard they popped for the Hardys though when Jeff Hardy came out. I mean, imagine the forum popping for Jeff Hardy now.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, the AEW crowds, we've been there. People go pretty hard for
Oh yeah.
I can only imagine how big it'll sound, and as they start to approach being able to get into some of these bigger venues.
Yeah.
And actually put the butts in the seats.
I mean, I started the beginning of the Blue Pill show, the pre-show, what I call the Rampage pre-show.
Oh yeah, tonight. Anything interesting to say?
Well, no, but they're still hyping what happened last Saturday at Madison Square Garden. I mean, they did the same thing on Raw, and I'm like, guys, like maybe put together better shows every week, and you don't have
more compelling programming.
Yeah, but they're gonna milk last Saturday's Madison Square Garden show until WrestleMania.
It's the
biggest.
That's
thing
all you
got.
If that's what you've got.
Well, Jeff, that is not all they have. They also have Kevin Owens facing off on the KO show with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Not in a match.
A match, a brawl, a fight,
it is not a match. It could not have a match. I will not have a match at WrestleMania. You million mouth son of a bitch.
Oh.
We're going to have a fight. Call it a fight. Call it a confrontation. Whatever you want. But that's the bottom line.
But the idea that Kevin Owens would not have a match in a 2-day wrestling extravaganza. I mean,
dude, all that matters is you're on it.
Hey, I finally listened to
the appearance. You want the WrestleMania check, dude.
You want that.
What
check.
You do on the show.
Yeah.
As long as you get the money, get the check. That's the big thing.
You want the
for
check.
them. I mean, dude, for these guys, it's huge.
I mean,
the WrestleMania bonus is massive.
Yeah, I mean, and what you do at WrestleMania will define your career.
Yes, having a WrestleMania moment is now. I mean, that's kind of benchmark.
I mean, so if I'm Kevin Owens, this WrestleMania will be whatever all the other things that happen, and then it'll end with him getting stunned by Stone Cold Steve Austin. And
I hope he sells it well, and we'll all remember it.
Right. No one's going to remember that.
Well, here's the idea, though, Jerry. You get to pay homage to an icon and let his iconography grow. Guess what? Maybe in 20 years, that's you getting to stun the next youngin that comes into Montreal and says that they're the biggest badass in the world when WrestleMania is there.
You know what I think? I almost feel like Vince is looking at MJF and CM Punk and going, well, maybe I need to get one of my young guys with one of my legends, and we could create a moment just like that.
I'm thinking that's all you've got. All of your talent that was built for the future of your company now works at the other guy's store.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you missed the mark on that one.
Mm-hmm.
And now you've already put yourself on the line for a 2-night mega WrestleMania. Stupendous.
I'm gonna make.
Did you look up stupendous?
I'm gonna make a proclamation right now. I'm making a proclamation right now. I believe that this WrestleMania will destroy WrestleMania.
Wow.
I think that this is going to I think this is going to so terribly diminish.
I feel like it's going to diminish the company in a massive way.
Oh yeah. This is going to be an epic fail.
I mean, you're looking at what your good possibilities are for matches, Jerry. What's been announced? I mean, of course, you got Brock. I mean, you got Brock Roman.
Big match.
Compelling, huge.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I also like a good, solid wrestling match. What Brock does is not that.
Right.
So that's kind of out. I mean, it immediately, his matches are such a different animal now that I don't get the fulfillment of what I like from a world championship caliber match.
Right.
And it's a different thing. And I guess if that's the thing you dig and that's what you really want as a wrestling fan, I guess that's why it's for you and why Brock Lesnar is getting paid exorbitant amounts of money.
Here's the thing, though. The match itself is not what's compelling. The only element of this whole thing that's compelling is Paul Heyman.
Well, yeah.
If this wasn't Paul Heyman being stuck between his two proteges, as it were, this would be a nothing burger of a unification match. Neither one of them are particularly great at cutting promos. I don't think Brock or Roman are great. I don't think either one of them are that good.
No, not really. I mean,
Brock's gotten better. Roman's not bad.
Roman is worlds ahead of where he used to.
Oh, yes. Thanks. I'm going to give the credit to Paul.
But as a heel, yes, he is much, much, much better than he ever used to be before.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah. I mean, I like the God mode thing. I do think,
oh yeah, dude.
I think that he's been able to tap into that irrational confidence that, all big time athletes have, and he's kind of turned it up.
Well, I mean, that's what your character is. It's best when it's you turned up to the maximum.
Yeah.
And if you really believe in yourself in that sort of way.
But you're right. If you're looking for a wrestling match, which first of all, WWE fans are never looking for a wrestling match because
that's a real bummer considering the second word in the name of the company is World Wrestling Entertainment.
I mean, because if they now this is not all WWE fans, but for those who look at AEW as like AEW sucks or Impact sucks or GCW or New Japan sucks. If those fans hate wrestling, you're not a wrestling fan.
Not a wrestling fan.
You're a WWE fan, and that's okay if that's your thing. But you're gonna 2 days of WrestleMania.
If all you're in it for it is the soap, the soap opera. Mm-hmm. If that's all you're in it for. I mean, that's a real bummer. And don't get me wrong, sometimes the soap opera of it is great.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's, what's compelling. But I want that story told. Yeah, you could get things going that way.
Yeah.
But I want the real story told in the ring.
Yeah. Now, let's count the matches that you would watch. You would watch Roman and Brock.
Yeah,
right?
I want to see it.
You'll watch Cody.
Because Roman's, I call it now, Roman's winning.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't no way.
No.
Brock's winning this match.
No. I agree with you.
There will be, I doubt it being clean in any way.
No.
But the thing is, this is your grandest stage of them all. You really don't want, chicanery involved in the main event of WrestleMania.
No, but
you want a kind of a clean finish.
But
right?
This is a stupendous.
But this is the most stupendous, Jerry, of all time.
Yeah.
You looked it up, right, Jerry? Weird word. Funny word. Weird word, right?
I mean, here's the thing. I want to see Charlotte, even though it's Charlotte and Ronda, it's going to be a train wreck. I want to see that.
Horrible.
Who is Becky? Who is she wrestling? Bianca?
Yeah, that'll be good.
That'll be good because Bianca's getting her belt back.
Oh, yeah. She's whipping that ass.
But
in more ways than one. Did you see that picture she posted on Instagram?
No.
Oh yeah, she took a picture and held up her shirt, and Seth took a picture of the lash marks from EST whipping her with the ponytail. Man alive, dude. This is real. That is. I mean, they're literal slashes.
Wow.
Yeah.
But there might be 5 matches in 2 days that I'm interested in.
Do you want to watch whatever this McAfee McMahon thing is?
No.
Part of me is, but the sick part of me that just is dying to see Vince's blow out both of his quads again.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Vince, shit his pants.
Oh, yeah.
Again.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna have it on because it's gonna be a train wreck. But yeah, but we had 4 matches. We had 4 matches tonight that I was excited for all 4 of them.
I wasn't stoked for any of this. None of this is like, oh my God. I'm dying to watch. These are kind of,
yeah.
We're getting things going. We're coming off a huge, massive pay-per-view. We're coming off a massive Dynamite. I'm kind of okay with a mail-in Rampage.
Well,
to be honest.
Well, so see, that's the thing. I was expecting much less tonight than what and got much more.
I felt so too. We got all right. So we get the Hardys coming out. Then we go to American Top Team and Dan Lambert. And what do you think he's got about this little? The only good part about it is once it turns over to Paige and Scorpio.
Okay. Dan, I know the history of Zbyszko and San Martino and how Zbyszko became the living legend by turning on Sam. But no one wants to go back to 1968, Dan Lambert. Okay. Nobody wants to do that. The other boat I want to pick, can we please pick a better closet area to do a promo? What was that crap in the background?
I don't know.
Well, what was that? Come on.
The boiler room?
Yeah. That's what I'm like, where the hell are they?
I don't know. That's pretty bad.
But you're right. And once they cut to all ego,
I did like it. Looks like he's like, it's back to one belt.
Yes.
And by the way, that is a new belt.
Yes.
Yet another new belt.
Yeah.
There's a brand new TNT title belt that looks very, very nice.
Yeah.
The titles, the new ladies title.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well done.
Yes.
Not just clearly we haven't seen those AAA titles in forever, so
no.
I hope they're back in Mexico.
Oh man,
where they belong.
I feel like we could have gone to Toys R Us to get those AAA belts.
Good grief!
Those were not good at all. But
order one from somewhere.
But the thing about what Dan Lambert did say that I kind of liked, what he was hinting at was, we're gonna almost sound like we're gonna avenge, like, hey Wardlow, you turned your back, you stabbed MJF in the back, we're gonna take care of it.
No.
So there I was like, oh, is there like some kind of pinnacle kind of?
I'm telling you, man, there's gonna be, who knows, but if you think you've heard the last of MJF,
oh.
You've got another thing coming.
Scorpio Sky is about to get a run.
I'm telling you, I feel like it's There's a reason they let him go unpinned for this long.
Yes.
I think there's a reason they did a lot of it, and it's like that. I feel like TK has a long game that's not appreciated sometimes.
Yeah,
this can be it. Unfortunately, like, where does this put my boy? Where does all ego go?
Well,
from here, when Scorp has got the belt, of course, this also leads to when he could turn on him.
Right?
Course.
Yeah. I mean,
which is unfortunate because they're like so nice together. And
yeah, but such
sometimes good pals.
But when it comes to gold, man,
gotta look out for number one, right, Jerry?
That's right. There's no honor among thieves, baby. But
or heels, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, so the promo got.
And they're hosting the AEW awards, by the way.
Oh, those two?
Yeah.
Oh, I wish it weren't on YouTube. I wish they were actually showing it on television.
On TV.
I mean, yeah,
of course.
But
well.
Yeah.
What do we go to after that?
We get Jamie, Hayter, and Martinez.
Was there something between that?
What was the House of Black?
Yeah, we had a House of Black promo.
That was an interesting
then really
promo.
Who they were aimed at. It was just kind of we're out there. I always like that. That means who knows where they're going to strike.
Who do you think they may have been referring to?
Dark Order, or I don't know, and who knows?
I'm gonna make you know who I think they were talking to?
Miro. I don't know.
No, I think they were talking to one CM Punk. Yes.
Interesting.
That's who I think they were talking to.
That would be very interesting. I'm dying to see Aleister Black versus CM Punk. That would be, or Malachi Black versus CM
That would
Punk.
be great. That would be great. But there's so many people. Like it could be Miro. Could be. I mean, it could be anybody. It could be Kenny Omega. Because Kenny Omega, when he left, he said
he's coming back.
I've got to go work on some things, and I can't do them here, right? Even though we know there's injuries.
I mean, you did hear what Tony Khan said about the trios titles, right?
What did he say?
When the Scrummy was asked about doing the trios titles, he's like, "Well, I really like the idea of it." He's like, "And if we're gonna do it, I'd wait till Kenny Omega comes back." So he basically said, as soon as Kenny Omega comes back, we're doing trios titles.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, come on back, Kenny. Come on back, Kenny. Come on back.
That cleaner. Sweeping it up.
Yeah.
So we go to the Jamie Hayter versus Mercedes Martinez. Again, no entries.
Yeah.
And here's the deal, man. I'm okay with this if it's major, if you've got established stars and you're going to lead off with this massive match. I get it. No intros.
Mm-hmm.
But when you got stars that aren't as established, they need their intros. You need to hear their music. I mean, I think it's important.
Yeah.
As especially with these lesser, not established stars, we need to hear their music.
Yeah, when you need we're trying to get them over, so give them their moment, give them their shine, give them their entrance music. Because like you said, new fans, like, you want to know, like, hey, this is Jamie Hayter's music. You want to know this is Mercedes Martinez's music. That aside, though, what do you think of the match?
Well, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
That German suplex off the top was insane.
Oh, that was
I thought she was. Again, that was a worry spot there for a second.
Yeah.
But I thought this was a good match. A little bit of they had to play the game. A little bit of game playing.
Yeah.
And Jamie hits her big old lariat for the win. I thought it was awesome. What did you think?
I love the match. I thought they had really good chemistry. I gotta say, I mean, not that obviously the match is about Jamie and Martinez. I want to see Rebel in the ring. I actually want to see her wrestle.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you know that her shtick is, right?
What's that?
She's terrible. That's her shtick is that she's just awful.
Well, it might be a shtick, but I want to see her take
she is a full
action.
stooge. She's full stooge, Jerry.
Yeah. Give me her and Abaddon. I would love to see that. But yeah, you get Thunder coming out at the end, with the chair. I don't know. I mean, I know we're hyping up the match, but sometimes I don't always want the predictable thing to happen.
Oh, yeah. Of course you don't want. Of course you want surprise.
I mean, just let hey, Mercedes took the beating. Okay. She was about to get curb stomped into the belt. Let her get curb stomped into the belt. Let it happen.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm all right with. They don't need to do the deed damage all the time. It's not necessary.
And but here's my whole thing with this, and part of my critique of Jeff last week, last Wednesday when his brother was getting beat down, he comes out and he's doing his dance.
Doing his dance, man, dude.
Yeah, like I know you're getting stumped out, but I got to do my dance.
No, man,
first.
I got to dance, dude. I got to get my shit in, dude.
I mean, just go down there and take care of business. Why are you waiting until the time she's about to get curb stomped? You should be at the ready to come out and whip some ass.
I mean, we gotta have a little eye drama here.
I know. I'm just
the art of the save in wrestling is a very strange creature, my friend.
Eddie is right. Just because kayfabe is dead doesn't mean I need to piss on her grave. Yeah. All right, you're right. You and Eddie are right. You're an Eddie, you're right.
So we go to the Sheeta promo, and I like the Sheeta promo. She's like, I need to kill you, Serena, and I'm going to cut your freaking head off. I was like, whoa, that promo went really far.
Can we get them in a cage?
Sheeta going into Brian Pillman territory with
I
the
know.
promo. Like, is this live? No, it's tape.
Yeah.
Sheeta
She just took it there, man. And I'm here for it.
I like it. Like I said, if these two are the Fight Forever duo of AEW, I'm all right with it.
Yeah, I will never tire of seeing these two battling.
Just beat the tar out of each other.
But after this iteration, after this series of battles, the next time I want gold to be on the line.
I do too.
Yeah.
Whether it be on Serena or Sheeta.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Like Sheeta, Sheeta at a certain point is gonna want to come back for what she might think is
her gold. Yeah.
Yeah. 372 days she was the champion. So
very, very
so Thunder should Thunder unseat the Good Doctor next week. Don't get too comfortable.
Think that Sheeta's not coming for you.
Oh yeah.
But everybody wants that gold, Jerry.
Everybody wants some.
Always.
Yeah.
So we get Keith Lee and QT Marshall.
I listened to the pod, by the way, of him on Talk is Jericho.
Oh, so good, man.
Such a great conversation. It made me like Keith Lee even more. I didn't know a whole lot about him, the person.
He's so awesome.
Yeah.
Which we're talking about Lesnar there for a second, and that part where he talks about the Rumble.
Yeah.
Is incredible because he's like, we had said, hey, this is what we're gonna do, and Brock was like, sure,
we'll do that.
He goes out there and he's just doing whatever he wants. He's like, the entire thing is thrown out.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I'm thinking I'm going to have to go out there and kick this guy's ass. He's like, I gotta have to fight this guy.
Yeah,
like, this guy's totally it's in business for himself out there completely. I'm gonna have to go out there and lay one in.
Doesn't that make the moment that we saw even that much more rich? Because he's like,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he clearly is almost like he's Joe. If you rewatch that,
Yeah.
he is jacked up.
Yeah.
As he's walking out there.
Yeah.
Because he looks like he's about to go. He's like, I'm gonna have to hit this guy.
Right. Yeah.
Like for real. I mean,
but also the
wake him. I have to hit this guy. Wake him up.
And he called it, because he's like, man, Brock did more for me in that, 40 seconds. But you could tell. But Brock was kind of like, okay, man, let's go. I think he. So I don't know. So it would be it would be curious to know exactly what those two had mapped out.
Apparently, when you're in the ring with Brock, it's just whatever is happening is happening.
You need to be able to.
There's very little of like you doing it. It's like he does what he wants to do, pretty much.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
As far as calling it or spots or anything like that, I don't really. I think it's mostly just he's going to hurt you.
Yeah. I mean, so that getting that insight from Keith Lee, but also like the whole conversations that he had with Vince. Vince leaving the show to say, "Hey, I want you to be Bearcat.
I need you to be this guy."
And
you hear this guy who is so articulate.
Yeah.
Who is, I mean, clearly, this is a well put together guy. It's like, I need you to be this thing that you're not. And it's like, I struggle with it.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, it's the same thing like he talked about with Brody.
Yeah.
Brody Lee. And he wanted Luke Harper to be Swamp Thing. He wanted him to sound like he came out of the Louisiana Bayou.
Right.
Well, no, the guy's from Rochester, New York, man.
Yeah.
He's got a New York accent.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
And it basically sidelined the guy's career. Mm-hmm. Guy should have been the next Bruiser Brody.
Yeah.
Should have been a champion. Should have had main event gold.
Mm-hmm.
But Vince didn't get it. Of course, Vince just doesn't get it.
But he gives the wrestling fans what he wants, Jeff. That's what he said on McAfee's show. He gives the fans what they want, except the wrestlers that people want.
What?
Right?
Oh.
And it almost sounds like the more the fans love a talent that he doesn't understand how to use, the more he wants them to either change or he just gets rid of them.
It's the ribbing. It's like the whole ribbing thing.
Yeah.
It's like that whole rite of ritual in wrestling is like, you rib over guys. And especially if you don't get it, if that's like kind of been one of his big hallmarks has been like, you have a guy who's massively over and Vince doesn't get it. Well, they just typically rib the guy to death.
Yeah.
Until he like cracks.
Yeah.
It used to be the way they used to do it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of part of a sad part of the industry.
Well, I mean,
you heard about what they did to Jonathan Coachman?
What did they do with Coach?
That they had Coach, or like they literally like had Coach arrested, and like literally like had Coach arrested. And like faked the whole thing, like had him arrested, that he was fired, and all this stuff, and like literally got him into a police car, drove him away, and then they made a long circle back to the arena, and everybody's outside, and Vince is just like having a great time, laughing it up that the coach thought he was really going to jail or whatever, and all this stuff. I mean, horrible. Coach said he literally found like a room and cried for like cried his eyes out for like, is he like, how?
Oh, that just sounds horrible, man.
The ribbing can be redonkulous.
I mean, like what they're doing with Big E right now is just, I mean, it's getting to the point now where I'm just like, you know what? Maybe I just need to not partake anymore. I can't stand it.
I mean, there's some stuff I do like. I mean, that's that if the RK Bro and Gable match on Monday was really good. That's some good wrestling.
Yeah.
But other than that, you know,
but even that. So I'm sure it was a good match. I've got it recorded. I may or may not watch because I don't like
say thank you like that.
Yeah, I don't like Riddle. I like him, the talent. I don't like his gimmick.
I don't either.
I like those two guys at Gable, but I don't like their gimmick. And I'm like, oh, and by the way, that's Randy Orton, dude. You guys are wasting
Viper.
Yeah, one of the greatest talents in a generation. I think
he's having fun though.
Yeah, I hope so. But how
many times do you have to win the world title? He's already been hot potato the thing so many times. But is one more really going to count?
I would rather see him versus Roman or him versus Brock than what he's doing now.
Yeah, that's very true.
I mean, but yeah, but enough about the
mothership.
WWF. Yeah,
let's go back to Keith Lee and QT Marshall, and this starts off with a massive headbutt.
Yeah,
and the double chop, which is, I guess, an outlawed maneuver in WWE.
Yeah, they took it from him.
Yeah, not allowed to use it. So then that he does not only just massive Beal small guys.
Yeah,
he Beals the 230, 240 pound guys too.
Can I just
all
say,
the way across the ring?
QT Marshall has really grown on me.
He's one of the guys you just like to watch get beat up. I mean, it is a talent journey.
It really is, man.
And he sells so really, really well.
Yeah.
That shoulder tackle. I mean, how he sold that shoulder tackle. Everything.
Yeah.
What have they named the up and over power slam that Keith Lee's doing?
I haven't heard that. I haven't heard him call it
a name for it.
I haven't seen it. I haven't heard it yet.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, just the sheer height he gets them up and puts them over.
Yeah.
Then he's still got enough time to get a good bounce up.
Yeah.
When he does it, I mean, it's impressive.
He's just an impressive athlete.
And then the power bomb on Calmarano.
Yeah.
I mean,
man.
And then they just, of course, Bealing Aaron Solo out of the ring.
Yeah.
Then Hobbs and Starks come and say, all right.
Yeah, man.
Big man, now that you're winded, now you're blown up. Let's go.
Blew him up, man.
And they came down and Hobbs laid him out with a wicked spine buster.
That we're going to, at some point soon, I'm hoping on Wednesday that we get Hobbs and the Limitless one.
I have terrible news for Brock Anderson. The man that really inherited the Enforcer's spine buster.
Yeah.
Is one Powerhouse Will Hobbs.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what it was, reminiscent of that. I'm like, ooh.
Oh, he has that is the true spine buster, man. That is the full tilt.
Yeah.
That is the one that's it.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait for these guys to actually lock up in a match.
Yeah. That's going to be a lot of fun, man.
It's funny. People were already listening to somebody's podcast, Spotlight or something like that. And he's like, Keith Lee's already lost in the mix. No, come on.
No.
Lost in the mix. He's not lost in the mix, clearly.
Certainly is not lost.
So we go to the main event. Mr. Mark Henry introduces Swerve Strickland and Tony Nese. Tony Nese, of course, is letting his abs do a lot of talking.
Yeah, he is. I'm like, I look at Tony Nese and I'm like, I would have to spend the next 7 years nonstop, disciplined, everything to look that. I mean,
The
guy is
man's physique
phenomenal.
is preposterous.
I get it. He's the premier athlete, man. He is
mean,
that guy.
Put together. And then Swerve had a little bit to say too.
Yeah,
Mr. Henry.
Yeah,
told us it was time for the main event.
I will give Fort Myers credit. They were popping for Swerve.
They woke up for Swerve's house.
Yeah, yes, they did. Yes,
they knew
did.
It was Swerve's house.
Yeah,
because my bro, this was a WWE crowd, and Swerve is still fresh in their minds.
Yes. So, do you think Vince is like, oh, we need to get down there to Fort Myers right away?
Why do we let that guy's contract expire? Whoops. There's some awesome stuff. That 450 that Tony Nese hit.
Yes. Oh my God. That was amazing.
That looked like an Olympic diver off the platform.
Oh yeah.
Perfection.
Yeah.
It's just there's some really good stuff in this match. I really love Swerve's swagger in the ring.
Yeah.
You cannot teach that.
Oh man, he is
that ability. This is to slink around the ring like Jake the Snake is not many people have that.
Yeah.
You want to go your just natural thing to move quicker, and the way he does not rush himself is,
you saying that
so good.
Like, not only does he have kind of that Jake the Snake kind of ability in the ring, but he's kind of built like Jake the Snake. He kind of I mean, that's the perfect. I feel like that could be like the perfect comp for Swerve. Like, could be Jake the Snake. I mean, he's kind of
could be. I mean, he kind of is.
Yeah.
The thing is, he does have that kind of high flyer tendency, which is so not.
Yeah, Jake.
not Jake's style though.
Yeah.
But he does kind of want to go high risk sometimes, like, clearly a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm curious what you think of him using the double foot stomp, the coup de grace, if you will, as the finish.
I mean,
I kind of thought that was an odd choice.
It seemed to work. It seemed to work for him, and like he, and Tony sold it. But so this was my first time ever seeing him wrestle.
Not a Street Profits fan.
No, I had not been, but I excited for him to debut in this way. I will say that I need to see Tony Nese on television more. The guy can go. The guy is really good. And I think part of the issue is that maybe there is not really a story arc for him right now on either one of these two programs. But
Jerry, there is something out there called the Pure World Championship in something called Ring of Honor. Which I think would be perfect around the waist of one Tony Nese.
Okay.
The Pure Championship, I mean, you got to remember, these Ring of Honor brings some cool, fun things with it, and one of those things is the Pure Championship. So, there's that.
Yeah. It was I would say it was a good main event. It was a nice showcase.
That was a good show
for both guys. I would give this show a B.
B,
like a solid B, like a B.
On a grading scale, if we're doing letter grades, I give it a B plus.
Okay,
verging on an A.
Wow. Okay.
verging on an A-.
Yeah, I think so. To your point about not having intros, I would have.
Real bummer.
Yeah, that's a real.
If
bummer.
it had intros, this show's an A.
Yeah.
No intros, it's down to B territory.
Yeah,
that's just sad and unfortunate because we got things we want. We had an hour-long wrestling show and we got a long women's match.
Yeah,
we had 3 good matches. The
other
4 good matches. Sorry,
not to go back to the WW, but watching Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley in their tag match last week. First of all, I think that's gonna be a dynamic tag team. I think that's a great pairing. Those two are stars, especially Rhea Ripley. But we've been talking a lot about Supercard. I would love to see a Supercard in a women's division because there's just so much talent.
I agree.
There's so much talent, both at WWE, AEW, Impact. I mean, all over. There's just so many amazing women in their division.
The AEW does too many women they can't even show. They can't even show off enough.
Where is Ruby Soho in Witness Protection? Where is she?
She's on Dark and Matt. I think she's a little banged up, Jerry.
Well, yeah.
They're tuning back up a little bit. I think she was a little jammed up.
I'm rooting for her to make it back up. I haven't been her biggest fan. I'll be the first to say that, but
not either.
But to me, it's clear that she's been out there working, injured. I would love to see her make it back to full strength to see what she's got at 100%. I'd love to see that. I'm ready for more Red Velvet. I'm more ready for more Kira Hogan. I want to see more Statlander. And of course, my girl Abaddon, the Living Dead girl.
I want Abaddon.
Yeah. I need Abaddon, man.
26-3 now.
Wow. Yeah.
But she's in the Rampage or the Dynamite promo now.
Come on, give me some Abaddon, baby.
I hope we see her soon. She's just so awesome. What a talent. I mean, her technical ability is so proficient.
Yeah. I got to tell you that the match she had with Britt was just so much fun.
The Halloween match?
Yes.
It was spectacular. That's some good stuff. I mean, and I want a little more of it.
Can Britt get back to championship form? Even look, she's gonna lose the title on Wednesday. Okay,
I think we're all 100% on that. But I think we've really seen her run go stale, and I mean that's sad. I mean, that makes me sad. He made massive Doctor fan.
I want her to lose her title. I want her to go out like a champion. I want her to go out
too.
And not that she can't. Thunder's already over. That's not what I mean. But like, I want you to give me the kind of matches like, man, Thunder really, the champ gave her best effort and Thunder still beat her. That's what I want for Britt Baker.
It's gonna be good, dude. Cage match.
Yeah.
It's kind of good
because
awesome.
Because when Britt does come back, I want it to be like, holy shit, the boss bitch is back. Yeah,
I hope so too, man. I really, really do.
Who's next for Jade? By the way, speaking of TBS and that bitch show, I know she'd called out Anna Jay, but does she have an opponent lined up? I don't think she does yet.
Oh man, that's a bummer. I don't think so. I'm trying to talk amongst yourselves, children.
Yeah.
I'll check my notes here. I don't think so.
Yeah, so I'm wondering like who might be wanting to step up for that title shot, man.
Not sure.
Can we get a?
She came out. She just talked and said everybody's on notice. I think.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe she gets a, I don't know. Maybe she gets the night off on Wednesday.
Meh, probably not. I imagine she'll be doing something. You want her on TV.
Oh, she'll be on TV. I mean, like wrestling.
You want her on TBS.
Yeah.
With gold strap.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, because you're the TBS champ.
Definitely.
Man.
So, right on, guys. Well, anything else to go over for today's episode, Jerry?
No, I think, again, we had another great week of professional wrestling.
Good stuff. Oh, man. Revolution.
Yeah.
Impressions of seeing the pay-per-view in the theater, Jerry?
I loved it. I loved seeing it on the big screen.
It was kind of fun.
It was kind of fun. And I think so part of it is I think we're so used to not talking in movie theaters.
Yeah.
That it took me a little
while
as a fan. Yeah, I'm like, oh wait, I can talk and we can laugh and we can,
interact with the people around us a little bit.
Yeah, and so there was a lot of interaction, like I feel like after the match, talking with folks. So the next time, I'm just gonna
show up a little earlier.
Yeah,
meet the people.
Meet people, chat them up.
Tell them where this podcast is.
Dare we say? Do we do a gorilla pod?
A live pod.
A pre-pod.
A pre-shape. I mean,
dude,
you know how right on we were with predictions, Jerry?
I feel like we did pretty well.
I did very well.
Yeah.
I think I called every match.
Wow.
Which is not surprising. I mean, actually, there's one I think I definitely did get wrong.
Tony's going to be calling
the tag match, because we both wanted. I called the Bucks and you called Red Dragon, I think.
Yeah.
Just I wanted something to change there.
I think we both.
But I got Eddie right. I got Moxley right.
Mm-hmm.
Got Jade right. Got Wardlow. Britt. I called Britt.
Yeah.
Punk. Hangman.
Man.
Called Hook. Called House of Black.
Wow.
I think I might have got Statlander. That might have been another miss. Other than that, I felt pretty good about that pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Might need to partake on the old DraftKings next time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think you're right.
Like, that's not a sham.
Yeah.
Anyways, alrighty, guys. Thanks for joining us on another episode. We'll catch you guys next time after Dynamite, I hope.
Yeah.
We'll catch you next time. Mark for life.
Peace.